B. Got a player on the left here, Chronicle, they might not expect, but they've spotted him now. Good headshot.
Towards this A site once again. Dreamass already in waiting to try and stop anybody crossing through, but actually he's been held off by an aftershock, and actually Defo's found another. This now gives them an opportunity in this round.
Spike planted.
There's certainly a chance. You hear that spike in the distance being planted. Mech still have good control over their flank. They have that wire there to watch it late. Of course, for right now. All worried about the door. Good kill. Oh, Defo. Down as the door closes. 6 HP on Scream.
Ooh.
No one can take this guy down. Eventually, Nat steps up, but now the spike is in danger. They're closing in. They're already starting to defuse it. It's halfway as Nats comes through the cage. He'll win the first fight, but he won't win the second. Solkas trying to get on it, and he'll have it. Just
decent setups in certain rounds, but if that hasn't worked, they don't have that same level of adaptation as some of the other rosters right now.
Obscuring vision.
And Tom, walking into this round, you don't expect much. Pistols in play for Mech. They're already able to gain some heaven control now. Swinging on this angle. Good luck to you. Gumpy's going to make quick work of them, but Nat's able to trade one more. Is huge. I mean, this damage out of Mech. Solkas, he's managed to get into a nice little angle here, but they're ready for him. Well, Sheriff, not quite the weapon you want in that situation. Plant coming through. And Mech will be able to exit the site safely as well. I mean, at this point, Team Liquid, they don't really have any tricks up their sleeve. This is just going to have to be raw aim duels. And even at that, Mech are going to be so careful. You know, like, even if you don't know that Nevera's playing the Marshal, which I think they do, he could still be on any angle and one-shot headshot you with that pistol, the headhunter in his back pocket. So you're just not going to over-peak angles at this stage. There's no reason. And Mech are showing you that. This is probably the most patient team. Maybe Navi challenged them for it on the planet. When they eventually peak, it's on the back of a stun. And they still lose Shados. Okay, cool.
One player lost. The rest are going to go down to the spike. No ultimate orbs gained either, and I think
it's being taken at this point. Scream up close. The hard angle to fight. One already found. Nade through. It's martyrdom. It's not going to catch much damage, though. Very little onto Shados, and all that's going to be his life traded out for it. We're going to try to cross over to site. The smoke no longer down. Gives Dreamus the angle, but Nevera misses. A big miss, and almost the follow-up onto Dreamus. That could have been disastrous, but instead, Team Liquid are still in a pretty uncomfortable spot to get back into the site.
Well, Seeker's thrown in. They have the info at least. Trying to spam out the player from the backline, stun through as well, but ultimately they've got to try and clear this. The trades from Mech are solid, and now it's left all onto Solkas. No utility to really play with, and the dual peek out from Mech will grant their second round.
Are Mech gonna walk into this choke point, or Liquid gonna need that info a little bit too much and get impatient? Well, doesn't matter, they're getting the kills anyways. What the hell's going on?
That was such a good flash. Nice shot as well off the back from Nevera, and the second flash is even better.
Oh.
Luckily, Redguard is just able to see.
Oh, what the hell?
And while his hand's still inside the flash by the looks of it, but nonetheless, stun through is going to catch another. They've somehow managed to bring this back into a point of contention. Solkas trying to chase them down and gets
noise now. If they do, all eyes on drop. You know, that plan has to come through. Number one focus.
Spike planted.
They haven't managed to stop it. Showstopper out, and Scream does get Defo. Huge kill. That flank still hasn't been spotted. But Nats is coming around, checking it just now, and Solkas wins it anyways. Redguard the last alive. 1 versus 3. This shot is perfect. He's trying to get to the site. He can't let them defuse that. They could already be on it now. The wall obscuring any noise, but Solkas was swinging in to take him down. Gord. Team Liquid are already here. They've got advanced A main control, a trap for Dish, so they're ready to stack it up, happy to gamble on the B play, but they've still lost Nevera on the way through. Scream is close to try and recover this, but there's 2 players to swing. He spotted the first and taking them down. The spin is perfect. He still gets out with 2. 4 players just swung Scream, and he got 2.
They try and deny the plant with the Rolling Thunder, but it's just a split second too late. That now makes Nat's position ever more valuable. He can just hold on to this cross as expected, but he's just winning those battles. Rez gonna look to bring one back. That pull has actually done quite well. Unfortunately, just finding the kills off of it is gonna be easier said than done. Left onto Soulcast once again! What are those headshots out from Soulcast?
Either he hits the first one and then follows up on the second, or he's already dead. So the nade's gone too far.
No.
You've naded Nevera. That was nice. Sorry.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. Soulcast is going to add another to his tally. Nice shot from Redgar. Now, they have to be a little bit careful. And yeah, Scream's basically gone, you know what? You can have my rifle, but you're not getting that operator. I'm not giving you that for free. Ooh. DreamS needs to go to the Soulcast school. Oh, okay, this is why Scream doesn't AWP. It's definitely not as pretty as what we were expecting it to be. And now they've given an operator over to Redgar, who looks like Nats.
For half a second, when you said the word Nats and we're floating behind a player, I thought I was watching him. Like, that is the Nats POV. Right out. I mean, they know that unless he's behind the box, he can't be here, but they're not expecting him to be the blast pack.
Beautiful.
In fact, they are. That was gorgeous.
They're expecting him. He's been there multiple times. Now the rest of the team are trying to hit through the other avenue. Nice entry for Defo. He's going to go blast packing actually towards the spawn. The problem is Navira's just farming. They still have another operator that's yet to even be shot just yet. And while Defo's position is well and truly known, nice shot to at least make things a little bit more costly. But getting out of here is not happening.
Wow. This is a style that suits them, but that equally looks a lot more polished than what we've seen before. Ooh. Jumpy with a beautiful double.
Oh, play being attempted. He's now made it a triple. Well, there might be a showstopper online, but it's not really done any. Oh no! Oh, delete the VOD. I don't want to see that ever again. Don't put that in the replay. I know it's part of what might be an ace. No, never mind. No. They allowed him.
Side of A main, Dish has been taken. Team Liquid have that control. North side practically clear at this point. It'll take a few more seconds to figure that out fully. But in the meantime, Mac are on their way. Not towards A, but B. Through the spawn, a showstopper activated. One side to the other of spawn. You don't get to see that every day. And they are now on the B side. A complete flip and reverse coming out of Mac, and it has worked. Can you get out of the way?
Can you move?
Let me plant, bro.
Well, it's given some extra time. Now, for Liquid, they have Cat, especially with a swing in here. He might not expect him, but he can react fast enough.
Also, like, 2 more people peeked him at the same time. Probably on some level assumed that A home. They know that Sight's the main danger, but I mean, there's no one, and then there's dealing with Nevera.
Oh, they're gonna go through. Timing's so good. I think they caught Yumpy potentially using a flash, and while the operator wasn't expecting a push like that, DreamS.
Spike planted.
I don't know where he plans to go from here. Double cages in, but he's hoping that somebody gives him an angle and maybe makes a mistake. Soulcast also wrapping around. I think this is such an obscure position for Defo to be holding. He might not necessarily be expecting him to be here. He still hits the dink first. Both players at least tagged at least a little bit. He can try and pull him into the corner. You're also going to have an aftershock, forcing Chronicle back, isolating these jewels. The utility from Liquid is superb. They've made this one very awkward, but do they still expect this position to be here? They do, and now it's left all onto Nats. He's trying to line up the spray down. He's actually got it wrong. He's got it completely wrong. They're just going to defuse right in front of him, and Scream pushes through.
Stalling out here. They're finding it hard to connect. Early round looking very good for Team Liquid, and there's Nats dropped by the aggression.
Where's he going? Where is this man going? It's such a confident swing from Yumpy. Oh, in fact, they're even gonna throw in a Rolling Thunder here. Just give up all of that ground. Nice shot from Chronicle, left blind, but there isn't a trade. If anything, somewhat unnecessary aggression from Liquid, but hey, they're
They don't have a flash. They don't have anything to get them out of here easily. And now they've been spotted. Now they're being slowed down by this breach utility. The stun is in play. Defo stuck forward. Orbital strike. little early, but they've still got the cross held, and there's the spike on the floor. Absolutely no chance. Mech have been shut.
I don't think there's much pressure on Liquid.
Liquid feel pretty breezy about this one. Navera, he's not quite landing these shots though. Now he's landing those shots.
Sorry,
calibration shots. Pardon me.
Well, Chronicle and Reg are in real trouble. If they weren't already, well, the rest of their teammates have died in a row, and now the rotation's going to come back to B, which is currently completely open. Retake, okay, there's a little bit of utility to play with, some smokes that they could potentially use to try and gain some ground, but you can see how patient Liquid are being. Nobody getting aggressive, nobody over-facing. Just going to try and wait for them to push through.
Oh, those shots. Not quite on for Scream, but the damage is done. Chronicle 2 HP. That's stun, pinpoint, and Navera just as accurate. Pulling out those classic shots.
RV game tomorrow and winning your own. It really does become very interesting from this point onwards. Slaughter. Every single member trying to pincer in. This corner being checked. Chronicle will get one, but the boom bot is there for the trade onto his teammate. They know exactly where this last man is, or at least did. And even getting the heals back in as well.
Oh, Chronicle's got full HP, so he's got a good shot in these fights.
Does he have 4 good shots?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
To be honest, with that gun, it's not even 4. It's probably about 8.
You don't believe in the frenzy? All right, prove him wrong. There you go.
That was already more than 4.
Oh,
that is a lot more than 4.
He would have won that.
There we go.
If he used the frenzy from the start. That's all I'm saying. I can definitely empathize with that. I think the disappointments have been there. They've outweighed the victories. Let's see. Oh, okay, Chronicle. That's a good start. Nice little cleanup on the site. The smoke's down. The others don't want to push through. Cam catches the other player who was on the other side. Navera was going to sneak on through, but well, it's not going to happen this time around.
I'm starting to wonder if Chronicle has some sort of like script that the second he earns his orbital strike, it instantly gets placed about a meter in front of where he's standing. Because it's just so often where I'm like, this round's looking sewn up. And you just hear the orbital strike and you're like, oh no!
Concealment.
Wow. Oh, wow. Chronicle's really showing up in this one. He is cleaning house. Good old Sulcus, left on his own. He's adapted to so many situations in the past, but
and they're still needing to take any level of space.
Got nothing to cover their back on that south side where most of the team's coming through, but they ain't going to worry about their back. It's their front that's causing a bit of an issue here. Still tucked in the corner there. Shados is holding on to site control and pretty much closing this round out. The spike's down on ramp. Navera's got no chance of picking it back up. And so the round goes to Mech. Another defensive round clocked up. They're on the road to recovery, but it's, as we said, quite a long one in general. Yes. I think everything that we take for granted about Mech has been shaky. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got the pistols, little gap, and that sneaks through. Unlucky, and that's the spike down. So this round, with their weaker weapons, not likely to yield all too much. Actually, now in a lot of danger. Navera's also got a tour de force. If he can get a weapon in the hands of Sulcus, things could look very spooky.
He's had it. He's had his tour de force.
He's coming under, yeah, but he's coming underpass with that tour de force, and that's the difference. This is the perfect angle for him to fight. And look at Mech. Immediately, they had 2 players standing on the spike. They hear that, they're like, let's not be here. Let's be anywhere but here down this shooting gallery.
It's just 20 seconds.
Gotta go.
They don't have spike. They've got to literally almost W key towards it at this stage. Nice shot from Chronicle. Trade back once again. They're gonna grab it for just a second though, and then that's it. It's done. He needs both kills. That's the only way he can win this round at this point. He might as well go for it, but no. They're just going to opt to hold onto the rifle once again. I guess because he popped that tour de force, he needs to make sure that it's all about the Cosmic Divide. Is they're going to have absolutely no idea when this is coming to until it actually happens.
And if they try to punish him now, he just TPs. They're not going to. They're waiting for the push. I like it. Oh, yes.
They've saved this Rolling Thunder for the after plant. Scream is already going to drop one. He's going to have to push forward and will be isolated, but still, this ult is held. It hasn't been utilized just yet. They are waiting for the moment where they go to make their move, and that's where they'll get stunned up. 3 players caught by this and just delaying them that little bit of extra time. Navira already going to turn this back into a 3v3.
They're rushing into the site. The molly for Heaven could lock them out completely. They've lost Nats. That off angle. He's losing HP, but the Cravwell's there. Chronicles pulled into the open. It doesn't matter whether he gets these kills or not, because the time has won the round for Team Liquid Connect.
This is something we've seen from Yumpy in the past. A lot of the time, he'll be left behind just to try and sell some of these fakes. Instead, though, the rest of the team could still look to push forward.
What?
That's so risky.
He legged
from
him.
Shados. He did leg him, but even still, I think that must be a complete misread on the scenario to go for that sort of play.
30 seconds left.
Well, they've come back now. Sharks in the water smelling blood after taking that first kill. Nats. Oh, he's got another. Yumpy was low, so it was easy. Navera, not so much. But Nats still gets out of there with the triple. And that gives away 2 players close in main, and they're going to just push off the back of it. I'm interested, like, even versus this kind of a buy, Mech seems so willing to get into these aggressive spots. It's a big risk.
Luckily for them, it's going to pay off this time. Rez now confirmed for the next round as well. Slow probably won't pay too much of a part here. And actually, Chronicles under a little bit of pressure. Again, just playing it safe, not taking too many risks here. Nice shot from Navira, but he's very far away from the action. Needs to try and get back into spot if they're going to have a chance. Ah! That's not the right button! What just happened, Critical? Unforced errors once again. Dreammaster's now got a gun. Now, this was something that they might not have had to face off against. Nats, though, with decent timing. He's going to have the Rolling Thunder again. He can make sure they're not defusing. This gives a little bit extra. Dreammaster now into the 1 versus 1. It's Shados on that operator, and he swings out and closes it. A huge mistake for Mech. And a finish